the research on incivility in the workplace is so clear. And the research says that 64% of employees say their productivity is impacted by how they're treated. 64%. And so leaders that I meet with all around the world, they're always asking me about productivity. How can we get our employees more engaged? How can we make them more productive? And I've shared this all around the world. Leading with civility, being a leader that understands they need to be intentional about respecting their team members, that they need to be intentional about going the next mile to get your employees to understand that you value them, that you value them, that you value them as a human, that you value them beyond the position, beyond the position. When you understand that they want to know how they fit. They want to know that they are part of the vision. They want to know that they have a path for success inside your organization. And so the research that we've done over the last 10 years on civility, it tells us that organizations that become intentional about civility and how they treat their employees, their bottom line improves, production improves. The research tells us and the data tells us that we've seen a 25 to 45% increase in productivity. And the thing that's so fascinating to me is that each of us in here, we can control that if we get intentional. If we get intentional about how we lead, if we get intentional about the leader that we are. I've asked you earlier, how many of you have had a lousy leader before? How many of you have had a lousy leader before? How did that feel? How did that make you feel? It feels lousy to have a lousy leader. On Monday morning, before your team members get into the office, what's their attitude about coming to the office? Are they excited? Are they motivated? Or are they already drained? Just the thought of coming into that organization, the thought of coming into that culture. When we break it down and we think about how many hours, 40 plus hours a week, that you're going to be in this place, that you're going to be sitting next to this person. When you think about the hours upon hours in a lifetime that you're going to be in the workplace, shouldn't we be intentional about making it a place where people can feel inspired, where people can be motivated, where people can express the best versions of themselves? Well, you as a leader, you play a big part in that. You play a big part in that. When I was in the military, we asked our soldiers to sacrifice a lot. Ultimate sacrifice is being deployed, being away from your family, being away from your comfort zone. And the only way that was effective is they knew that, number one, while they were deployed downrange, that there were leaders in what we call the rear taking care of their families. But that didn't happen when they got deployed. We had to build that culture. We had to build that trust before we asked them to leave their families. And so before you're asking your team to be the best team, to raise their numbers, to raise their productivity, have you been intentional? Have you been intentional about showing them that you care about them? Showing them that you're invested in their career. And even, I'll share this with you, even invested in their career beyond them working for your organization. Beyond them working for your organization, are you even invested in them? That's leading with civility, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. But that's why you're leaders.